I'm going to walk you through the example here on how to model x plus 1 equal to 2, and we're going to be using this website right here to do so. The first thing you want to do is go over to this balance scale here, and you're going to click and drag that onto the screen. Then you're going to go over here to where it says Algebra tiles, click there, and you're going to have all the algebra tiles that we've been working with, such as the 1, the x, and the x squared. And don't forget they want us to model x plus 1 equal to 2, so I'm going to show you how to put that onto the balance scale. So what I'm going to do is take the x, click it, drag it over here into the rectangle, and repeat that for the 1. So I'll click and drag, put the 1 in there as well. So that represents the left side of my equation. So x plus 1 is on the scale here. I have an x, and I have a 1, so this is x plus 1. Then you can see here on the right side of the equation is the 2. So I got to put 2 on my balance scale. So I'm going to click on the 1, drag it over here, and then click on the 1 and drag it again, and that's my 2 on the right side. So this right here represents the equation x plus 1 equals 2. And as a side note, if you have to put a lot of 1s, you don't have to always click and drag. You can just click on one of the 1s, and you can see this copy sign. You just click it, and it'll put a whole bunch of repeats of that copy. Now remember, when we're solving an equation, it should always be balanced. We're saying these two things are equal, and if two things are equal on a balance scale, that means they have the same weight, and it should be evenly balanced. But you can see here it's not balanced. So to represent a balanced scale, we're going to click on the scale, and over here you're going to click on balance, and you're going to see it balance out. So you can see now it's even, and now we're ready to solve. So what I want you to do is you're going to take a screenshot of the setup that you have right now. So model for x plus 1 equal to 2. We're going to take a screenshot. We're going to paste it in here. And in order to take a screenshot, you're going to go over here in the menu where it says export. So you're going to click on export. I'm going to click on JPEG. And then you're going to see it pop up here. So I'm going to click on that to download it. And you're going to have your screenshot right there. I'm going to right click on this. So I'm going to right click. And then I'm going to go to copy. So I'll choose copy. Then you're going to go over to your Google Doc, and then you can click on the screen, right click. So again, click where you want to paste it. So I'm going to paste it right here. So I'm going to right click, and then I'm just going to hit paste, and you'll see it throws the screenshot that you want onto your Google Doc. So you can see here, I took a screenshot, and now I put in here what I had on the website. So x plus 1 equals 2, and that's my model. And this is my balance scale that goes with the model. Now, step 2 says you're going to apply the subtraction property of equality. Now, whenever you're solving an equation, your goal is to isolate the variable x. So you can see here my x is on the left side of the balance scale, and I also have a 1. And my goal to solve for x is to eliminate anything else and only have the x by itself. So I have an extra 1 that I want to get rid of. And we talked about 0 pairs already. And if I want to eliminate a positive 1, I have to create a 0 pair by putting a negative 1 next to it. So I'm going to grab a negative 1, and I'm going to place it inside the rectangle here on the balance scale. And you can see when I put that there, my balance scale is not balanced anymore. It's uneven. And the reason why is because I added something to one side, and I did not do it to the other side. So if I want to bring back balance, I have to repeat whatever I did to the left side to the right side. So since I added a negative 1 on the left side, I'm going to add a negative 1 on the right side so it's even out again. So it's balanced out. So I go here, I'm going to grab a negative 1, and I'm going to put it on the right side, and it should be balanced. So you can see here, I'll have balance again, because again, I got negative 1 added to both sides. So at this point, I take a screenshot, and then I'm going to go over here and paste it into the step 2 that I just did. So I have that there. I'm just going to resize it a little bit smaller. And I have step 1 and 2 complete already. And you can see here that I wrote down the step I did. I added negative 1 to both sides of the balance scale. And then in step 3, we're going to simplify. So I'm going to go here. Simplify just means you're going to combine any 0 pairs if they exist. So since these two are 0 pair, I'm going to combine these. That cancels each other out. You can see it's 0. And on the right side, same thing. I simplify it, combine anything that are 0 pairs, and that comes out to be 0. So you can see here, all I have left is an x on the left side and a 1 on the right. And then I took a screenshot of step 3 and I pasted it into step 3 on this Google Doc. And now you can see here in my notes that the 0 is a 0 pair on the left side and right side of the balance scale. We ended up isolating X, right? You can see X is by itself. There's no other chips on this side. And you can see that on the right side, there's only a +1 chip or algebra tile. So X is equal to 1 will be our solution. So remember, in order for this to balance out, the amount on both sides has to be the same. So since we isolated the value for X, or the algebra tile X, we know that the value of X is equal to 1 because they are balanced with each other. So again, they cannot be balanced unless they're the same. And since this is a balanced scale, it's evened out. That means that we know that X has to be 1 in order for this to balance. And now we're just going to verify the solution. To verify the solution, you're going to rewrite the original or create the model that you started out with again. So we have an X plus 1 equal to 2. And we said, and if you go back to the worksheet, don't forget we said that X is equal to 1. That was our solution, right? X balances out with 1, so X is 1. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the X. I'm going to delete it. Notice it's not balanced right now because I took out the X. And I'm going to replace X with the answer that we got, which is a +1. And you can see here that it's balanced out. So that means that the answer we got, X equal to 1, is the correct solution because that's the value that when we replace it, it balances the equation out. Or in this case, it balances out our scales. And then don't forget just to copy and paste your solution that you verified, and then you're all set. And now you're just going to apply what you learned in this video to the modeling of X minus 1 equal to 3, and you're going to solve that using the addition property of equality.